Some people like it, some people don't. We got articles about the Ghostbusters Afterlife movie. I am Mecca, and here's where I would insert the intro. I am Mecca. We're talking Ghostbusters. I have not seen the movie yet. Nobody's sending me free stuff for the Ghostbusters movie. Now, I'm not getting review copies. I'm not getting screeners. Afterlife is derailed by gratuitous fan service, and these people on New York Post seem to like it. So which one is it? Let's take a look. Let's just zip through them. Some people like it. Wait, how do you say it's trash because of it? I guess they say it's derailed. I put trash because it fit better. It fit better. This will have probably some mild spoilers, so if you don't want to know what happens in Ghostbusters, I want Ghostbusters to have a gorilla again. I do too. And it needs to be played by Bob Burns in a gorilla suit. Is he still alive? Probably not. Ghostbusters Afterlife from Gizmodo IO9 Reviews is a film at war with itself, unsure of exactly what it wants to be. On the one hand, it's a heartwarming tale of a family in need, forced out of their home, hoping to get a fresh start in life. On the other, it's a sequel to two of the most beloved franchises, sci-fi comedies. Wow, where did I read franchise? I'm making that up. Two of the most beloved sci-fi comedies in film history. Throughout, those two pieces dance together, often harmoniously, sometimes not, until the latter takes over and almost fatally decays everything that worked beforehand. But fan service is fun, though. Sometimes we want it. Do you want fan service or not? Is this going to be somebody who's defending 2016? Is what I'm asking. Mr. Roboto! Idea, Mecca, can you be an Orion for Halloween? Probably not. And thank you so much, Mr. Roboto. Afterlife is directed by Jason Reitman, son of Ivan Reitman, the co-creator, right? The real guy. So these are the same people who are keeping it in the family. Ivan produces this time, around with Jason also co-writing, along with Gil Keenan, who wrote Monster House. The story is set about 30 years after the events of Ghostbusters, when a young single mother named Callie, played by Carrie Coon, is evicted from her home. This happens about the same time as her father, a mysterious figure we only see in the shadow, with a lot of familiar equipment is killed, but a lot of familiar equipment is killed under odd circumstances. He leaves Callie his farm in the small town of Somerville, Oklahoma, so with nowhere else to go, she moves there with her teenage son Trevor and the preteen daughter. So we already know this all from the trailer, pretty much. The still unnamed family. So we're supposed to not know. I think they didn't want us to know that much from the trailer, but they also gave us everything we need to know in the trailer. I think we already know what's happening in this movie, pretty much. Here we go. What happened to the original Ghostbusters? Why aren't they together anymore? What have they been doing since? Why didn't their discoveries and actions change the entire world? And of course, what did this family have to do with any of it? The last part is at first played as a bit of a mystery before almost too easily being revealed that they're the descendant. Well, it's in the trailer. It's in the trailer. Everybody knows this. His reasons for being in Somerville are what finally pushes Afterlife from a touching, exciting, emotional kids-fighting ghost comedy to an almost shocking avalanche of fan service. Which is kind of fine. I mean, what else can you do with Ghostbusters? I mean, you're going to have them. We already see the toys. Spoiler, we've already seen the toys, where we see all the original cast back, pretty much most of them, back in uniform alongside the kids. So you're probably keenly aware that this isn't the first time Ghostbusters has been back since the sequel in '89. In 2016, director Paul Feig wholly reimagined the whole franchise and was harshly criticized by some fans before it was even released. Yeah, because the trailer looked like shit. We're not stupid. We can see and know how bad a movie's going to be based on the trailer. And if the trailer is just a bunch of digs at the original and unfunny jokes like, oh, you're just a man baby in your basement dweller. Nobody wants to see that, all right? People don't care. People don't like this combative attitude, you know? And it's a two-way street, too. Paul Feig let these actresses improvise everything. They would sit in these, I've had articles that I covered, they would sit around and improvise for 9 hours in one scene. And he didn't know when to cut, and he left in some of the most cringe bullshit I have ever seen. So yeah, even before it was released, we're not stupid. We can usually tell if a movie's going to be good based on the trailer. Usually. Usually, like, for being too far from the tone and the story of the original film, not to mention the fact that Ghostbusters were now women. Bitch, please. The Ghostbusters being women were not... I'm a woman, and I will tell you. Who wrote this? Did some man write this? Germaine Lussier. You're a male feminist, aren't you? Aren't you? Where are you? You're on Twitter? You're on Twitter. Oh, yeah. You're getting it. You're getting it. I'm a woman. Germaine Lussier. Blue check mark. The fact that they were women had nothing to do with the fact that I didn't like this movie, because I never saw women in the original Ghostbusters get-ups way back in the day. Did not mean I did not think I could be a Ghostbuster. Did not mean I could not be a Ghostbuster, alright? None of that. And I'm looking at Slimer right here. Slimer, what do you think? What do you think? You're gonna get green screened out. You're gonna get chroma keyed out. Alright, what's better? How about my mini puffs? How about my mini puffs? Oh, they're not gonna get chroma keyed out. These guys are part of why I like Ghostbusters. You know, the fun stuff. Slimer, the Stay Puft stuff. The characters, the fact that they were men in the costume. I never thought that I couldn't be a Ghostbuster. I sat my butt on a paranormal podcast for 2 years because I've been interested in the paranormal, the occult, the new age stuff my entire crapping life because of stuff like Ghostbusters. Alright, I never felt excluded because I'm a woman, and get that out of your mouth. You are a bald, fat, old white man. Now shut your mouth and review the movie properly. Just review the movie properly. Ugh, I hate these people. So he thinks that it's because they were women. It's like, no, they were unfunny women. And they took a shit all over Ghostbusters the entire time. They said, oh, we're not Ghostbusters, we're not Ghostbusters. You don't have what it takes to be a Ghostbuster. And they threw Bill Murray out a window, basically throwing our franchise out the window. Alright, so I would rather not have any more movies if they're going to be things that you're just going to throw out the window. Because guess what? I can be disappointed on my own for free without seeing this. Alright? You know what? You're probably going to disappoint me less. Let's get into it. So, I had to go off on that with, oh, they're women. Fuck off. This film, in a way, feels like a subtle response to some of those sentiments. The next gen Ghostbusters, for lack of a better description, let's see, are made up of multiple ages, races, and genders. So what? So what? Kids are nowadays. I don't care. Like I said, just because there wasn't a woman Ghostbuster, I never needed to see myself on screen. I'm not that narcissistic. I yell at a camera all day and I can see myself anytime I want to. Thank you very much. So it's very diverse. Oh, the film, Afterlife implies that Feig's film got that diversity right. I don't care. It wasn't diverse. You just race swapped, or you just gender swapped. They didn't even race swap. You still had your everyman as the black one. Only it was a woman this time, right? You still had pretty much your same tropes. You still had 3 white women. You didn't have diversity. You had 3 unfunny white women and a token black. That's not diversity. That's exactly the same thing. Feig didn't get diversity right. If you have multiple ages, races, and genders, how do you have multiple genders? Since whatever, which ones are you going under? I'm not going to even, I don't care. They're going to cancel me anyway. The culmination of the story is everything that the filmmakers believe, and maybe the hardcore Ghostbusters fans, which I cannot say, could possibly want. A true geek out checklist, characters, names, symbols, all manner of iconography from the original film. So this person has a problem, all of which are really exciting for a few minutes, but eventually feels overwhelming and densely, crudely slapped into what had been a nice family story. I want to be reminded that it's Ghostbusters, though. I'm sorry, I'm showing up to a fucking Ghostbusters movie, not Random Family in a Farm. If I wanted Random Family on a Farm, I'd go watch Superman. That's Random Family on a Farm, and that's on the CW. I want Ghostbusters. I'm signed up for Ghostbusters, and if you think that having fan service is a bad thing and is going to derail the story, then you have another thing coming. Germaine Lussier, you need to stop. And guess what? New York Post liked it. So what's your problem? New York Post liked it. Ghostbusters Afterlife review. See, I'm not yelling at you guys. I'm yelling at the guy who wrote the article. I do that a lot. I say you instead of them. To be known as the second best Ghostbusters movie was never a badge of honor until now. After the so they liked it. Oh, they liked it. After the fantastic 1984 original, a new comedy classic came. It's a dumb follow-up to... Oh, so he doesn't like the sequel. I liked Ghostbusters 2, but I was exactly the right age for it. The city was attacked by pink slime. Ray Parker Jr. To quote Ray Parker Jr., it was something weird and it didn't look good. So you're throwing in all these little... Yeah. All-women reboot. Directed a meh all-women reboot. Well, he's getting called a sexist, probably. Starring Chris... It was meh. Plans for more were quickly scrapped. It's taken 36 years and 6 presidencies. Why do we care? All right, after 36 years, yada yada. So this guy liked it. He gave it a... I don't want to read and spoil the entire thing. We already spoiled the entire thing, so... Hopefully this guy liked it. He gave it 4.5 stars. He said the other one was ridiculous. Is there anything that we can pick on, like woke or not? It looks like there is a bit of diversity, quote unquote. And if... Oh, here we go. I can reveal as the credits roll, we hear the classic Ghostbusters theme tune that's almost more famous than the actual movie at this point. You'd be grateful that Reitman is in pursuit and did not end his successful sequel with Who You Gonna Text by Billie Eilish. As we all know, Billie Eilish is the musical equivalent of cutting yourself for attention, so I'm glad he didn't too. Okay, so this guy liked it from the New York Post. Take that as you will. I am Mecca, and that's about as much about Ghostbusters for now as I want to talk about. I gotta take a little break from articles, so don't you guys go anywhere. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button, and if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye!
Dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria.